domestic violence and substance abuse. Two devastating problems that often go hand in hand. It's a dangerous combination. One can fuel the other, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break free from. Victims often feel trapped, hopeless, and alone.
We need to understand these issues to help those suffering. It's not just about physical abuse, it's about power and control. Abusers use violence, threats, and intimidation to maintain that control. Substance abuse can make these situations even worse. It can escalate aggression and impair judgment, leading to more frequent and severe violence. Victims often turn to drugs or alcohol to cope with the trauma. They use it to numb the pain, escape the reality, or feel a sense of control in their chaotic lives. This only digs them deeper into the cycle of abuse and addiction. We can't ignore this issue. We need to talk about it, raise awareness, and support victims. Everyone deserves to live a life free from violence and addiction. Why don't victims just leave? It's a question people often ask, but it's not that simple. Victims face many barriers when trying to escape. Fear is a powerful weapon. Abusers often threaten their victims with more violence if they try to leave. They might threaten to hurt the children, take away their financial support, or spread rumors to isolate them from loved ones. This fear can be paralyzing, keeping victims trapped in dangerous situations.
Stigma is another major hurdle. Victims often feel ashamed or embarrassed about what they're going through. They may worry about being judged, blamed, or not believed. This stigma prevents them from reaching out for help, fearing the reactions of family, friends, or even authorities.
Breaking free from domestic violence and substance abuse requires a strong support system. Victims need a lifeline, someone they can trust to help them navigate this difficult journey. That's where integrated services come in. We need to provide comprehensive support that addresses both issues together. Substance abuse treatment centers should also offer services for domestic violence like counseling and legal aid. Similarly, domestic violence shelters should screen for substance abuse and provide referrals for treatment.
Trauma-informed care is crucial. This approach recognizes the impact of trauma on victims' lives and provides services that are sensitive to their needs. It focuses on creating a safe and supportive environment where victims feel heard, believed, and empowered.
Section 4, breaking the cycle before it begins. We can't just focus on helping victims after the fact. We need to prevent domestic violence and substance abuse from happening in the first place.
Education is key. We need to teach young people about healthy relationships, conflict resolution, and the dangers of substance abuse. It's never too early to start. Youth programs can play a vital role.
By providing safe spaces, mentorship, and life skills training, we can empower young people to make positive choices and avoid falling into the trap of violence and addiction. Section 5, a hand up, not a handout. Many victims rely on their abusers financially. They may be stay-at-home parents or have limited job skills due to years of abuse and isolation. This financial dependence can be a major barrier to leaving.
Victims need access to resources that can help them become self-sufficient. Job training, financial literacy programs, and affordable housing options are essential for them to rebuild their lives. Legal challenges often complicate matters. Victims may struggle to obtain restraining orders, child custody, or divorce settlements. Legal aid services are crucial to help them navigate the legal system and protect their rights.
Section 6. The power of us. Domestic violence and substance abuse are complex issues that require a comprehensive approach. We need to work together to create a safety net for victims and break the cycle of abuse. It's not just about individual responsibility, it's about community involvement. We need to speak out against violence, support victims, and hold abusers accountable. We need to challenge the stigma, raise awareness, and advocate for policies that protect victims and prevent future tragedies. Remember, everyone deserves to live a life free from violence and addiction. It's time to break the silence and be a voice for change.